Now, over the weekend, a police officer was slashed while he was attending a stabbing in North London, just another in the ever-growing list of knife crime on British streets. London is, yet again, set to have a record-breaking year in terms of knife crime. Last year was a record breaker, as was the year before. The problem is getting worse. So what are the stats on knife crime? Well, since 2010, the number of violent and sexual crimes that involved a knife have gone up by more than 50%. The number of threats to kill using knives have more than tripled. And this isn't just an inner-city London problem. Surrey, for God's sake, crowned as the poshest home county in England, has seen a nearly 600% increase in offences involving sharp instruments over the last 10 years. And let me say what we're all thinking. There's one group in society that is most involved in knife crime from both sides. Nearly half of all murder victims in the capital have been black. That's despite black people making up only 13% of London. And on the other side, nearly half of people charged with knife crimes are black. Often these are young black men running around in broad daylight, acting tough with their blades. I've seen the videos, you've seen the videos. I'm not saying knife crime is a black problem, of course it's not. White people stab too, let's just be clear. But when young black men are 3 times more likely to be murdered than any other group, to ignore the race aspect is completely irresponsible. And you'd think the groups which claim to care so much about black lives would be all over the issue like a rash. But Black Lives Matter, the self-appointed spokespeople for black people globally, although not for me, I have to say, are too busy defacing statues and trying to cancel 18th century white men from textbooks to actually address the real issues affecting black people. You know, like being much more likely to literally get stabbed in the street by another black person. What would actually make me respect Black Lives Matter, the socialist activist group, which people like to pretend is not a socialist activist group, is if they actually, for once, tackled head-on the real issues facing black communities. Of course, I'll inevitably be slated for this, mainly by those on the left who will say, I'm playing into tropes about so-called black-on-black crime. Well, so be it. I won't cower from saying that when knife crime is on the rise, it means the blood of more black kids is on the streets and more black kids will end up in jail. And quite frankly, if you're uncomfortable with pointing out that knife crime is disproportionately a black issue, then clearly black lives don't really matter to you.
Welcome to the GB News YouTube channel. You can watch us live 24 hours a day, catch up on your favourite shows and join in the conversation in the comments below.
Don't forget to subscribe and you'll never miss any of our exclusive content.